Hey here, God help LRH, I'm in rant mode once again. You know what's bullshit? You know what's more nonsensical than saying Elvis is alive and that the moon is made out of cheese? I'll read you what I believe is the biggest piece of bullshit by which all other bullshit would be measured. And is it very hard to believe that L. Ron Hubbard is instrumentally involved in this? See, there is this important note in front of every Scientology book. You've seen this note if you've tried reading any of these great tomes of knowledge written by L. Ron Hubbard. You find it in the front of Dianetics, Science of Survival, you name it, and this note is in the front of every book. It reads, important note, in reading this book, be very certain that you never go past a word you do not fully understand. The only reason a person gives up a study or becomes confused or unable to learn is because he or she has gone past a word that was not understood. The confusion or inability to grasp or learn comes after a word the person did not have defined and understood. It may not only be the new and unusual words you have to look up. Some commonly used words can often be misdefined and so cause confusion. If the material in this book becomes confusing and you can't seem to grasp it, there will be a word just earlier that you have not understood. Don't go any further, but go back to before you got into trouble. Find the misunderstood word and get it defined. Oh boy. So, that's the only reason that a person gives up studying or becomes confused. It's because they didn't understand a word. Thank you, LRH. That's an oversimplification of learning problems if I've ever heard one. That's like saying World War I started when everyone started shooting at each other. Does anyone else get offended by this? You have L. Ron Hubbard writing this big, thick book and treating you like a baby, treating you like a child. He's saying, if you get confused, it's not because I'm a lousy writer or because I write in the same manner that homeless schizophrenics talk. It's because you went past a word you didn't understand. You crack open this book, and before he writes anything of substance, he's disrespecting you and calling BS on you before anything even happens. Red flag. Would you accept that from anyone else? Would you accept this line of reasoning from anybody else? I mean, if your boss at work said something really dumb and prefaced it by saying, if you think what I'm about to say is dumb, it's because you need to look up a word in a dictionary. It's not because I'm a rank incompetent who spends all my time in my office online shopping. It's because you didn't understand a word that came out of my big fat mouth I stuff with cheeseburgers all day while you guys do the real work. No, it's your fault. I'm placing the blame on you. I can't possibly be wrong. I can't possibly put anything in a manner that's unclear. It's because you didn't understand a word. Would you accept that explanation from anyone else? Why does LRH get that pass? Well, we know why LRH gets that pass, but oh boy. He's planting the idea before he even says anything that any misunderstanding, any confusion is all on you, the reader. It can't be because what he's writing is just so laughably wrong or that large portions of it are simply gibberish and that tongues spoken in a Pentecostal church can be more clearly understood than many chapters in Dianetics, and that's an exaggeration, but it's not far off. And you know what? I'm about to say something here that's really, really harsh. 3, 2, 1. Faint of heart. Don't watch the rest. Okay. This note in the front of Dianetics, this important note, is right up there with driving Lisa McPherson past 4 hospitals. The fact that Lisa McPherson was driven past 4 hospitals may have killed her, and so did this. This helps kill minds that would have otherwise said, hey, this is a lot of nonsense. The only thing that's going to go clear is my bank balance. No thanks. That important note is not about education. It's not about learning. It's about making a person's mind more malleable to the nonsense that L. Ron Hubbard has to throw at it. The nonsense that L. Ron Hubbard has to throw at it, and the nonsense that the church leadership has to throw at them. That, well, let's face it, comes from the mind of L. Ron Hubbard anyway. That's all it's about. It's also about dismissing the arguments of critics in a way that sort of sounds reasonable, and sometimes the things that are most dangerous in this world are the things that sort of sound like a good idea, but you examine them a little further and they turn out to be nonsense. And this is nonsense, and it's nonsense of the most dangerous kind. And I just had to get that off my chest, since I've had it hurled at me one too many times, and I have the self-respect not to enjoy having my intelligence insulted in that manner. Until next time, peace, victory, and as always, drive safe. Crazy Delaney out.